Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed. Now here's my dumb voice.
Hi everybody. Things have changed. Because of your support, I was able to buy a new apartment. I got a new couch. I got a dog. And we've replaced Nicole with an animatronic robot. Think Bicentennial Man. We've replaced Nicole with a Bicentennial Man that sounds like her and has all of her mannerisms because of AI. AI, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sagdaddy the Pod. I am your host, Sagdaddy the God, coming to you at the dog hair lair, with my sidekick here, Raz. Hello, Raz. How you doing? I think I'll take from here, honey. We're married. Everybody has made politics a big fucking thing, flipping thing. She's like licking her asshole.
She's embarrassed.
Got anything to say? Dogs don't get embarrassed. Dogs don't have a. Oh, she's like, are you gonna put that up? She's like, don't clip that. Don't make that the clip. You can put it on the show, but don't make that the clip. Don't worry, Raz, Indian dog. Don't worry, Raj. Can you hear it? She's like,
she has itchy hands too.
oh, my partner in eczema. Eggs? We were joking around about that before. Eggs? Did somebody say eggs? End of times, it feels a little bit, right? Feels like end of days, in a way. But also, people have been bitching and whining and being, not bitching and whining, but like, people have been afraid of elections since there's not been one election that people haven't been like, yeah, either way, whoever wins, and nothing will change, or they'll make it better. Every single election has been like a, exactly. And she goes, she's saying, you have no idea what you're talking. Aww. She's going, enough of the politics. But you know what? You're the fucking problem, okay? Because you're complacent. No, you know what? That was God. That was God saying, do not talk about politics on your show. It does feel dystopian. I'll tell you what, with all of these like Elon Musk giant robot bulletproof cars, it does feel like Mad Max a little bit in a way. I look around and I'm like, look at the world that's becoming. It feels futuristic, but it feels like when you watch a movie about like a horrible future where the cities are all ruined and dark and they don't have electricity, and then there's one castle or something that's just like fucking feels like in Lion King, you know what I mean? When Scar takes over Pride Rock. But now add Elon Musk bulletproof cars and all of this kind of weird dystopian apocalyptic shit. That being said, okay, I could feel viewers turning, just going, because that's what I do. Okay, I was watching somebody's podcast and it was a bunch of fucking idiots like me talking about politics, and I was sitting there with Caroline and we're watching and we're going, who's listening to this? Who's watching this shit? Who cares? So, just getting my thoughts out. We got a great episode for you now today. JP McDade has this great joke. You got to check out JP's special. Watch JP's special. Where he talks about a guy in his bodega. I'm going to murder this joke. I'm going to not murder it, but I'm going to butcher it. He has a joke about like his bodega guy, like the guy who runs his bodega, just learning English, and he's like he's kind of good at it, so he like flexes it a little bit more, so he adds more words, and he's like, step up. Who's next in line to step up at the counter today? Anyway, we'll have JP on, and he'll perform his whole act for us. Giulio Gallarotti is on the show tonight from the Oops podcast. I've known Giulio for over for 14 years at this point. And he's just a great dude. It's really funny. Go follow him. Go check him out. He is a rapper. Did we talk about him rapping? He's also a rapper.
You did.
He had a character called Little Young Big. So he also did a character. I mean, Sagdaddy is not a character. When does it become Sagdaddy? When does it become Marshall Mathers? You know what I'm saying?
It's like shady.
Yeah.
More of an alias.
It's an alias, but it's Sagdaddy is what you become when you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're in traffic and you just give someone a finger, that's Sagdaddy. That's Sagdaddy. This aggression. Sorry if that's annoying you guys. I don't think it is. She's not mic'd up. It's just kind of like background noise. It kind of fits the show.
She just hasn't barked once today, and
She
I knew
hasn't
the
barked at all.
second we started.
She's been kind. You know what she's saying? She's going, this art is dead. Podcasting is over. Nobody's doing anything new anymore. Everything sucks. And that's just how I feel. Anyway, all right, let's just get into the show, okay? Thanks for watching. But anyway, going back to the Prime thing, because now the show is going. Lunchly is made by Jake Paul, I think, and Mr. Beast, and this guy KSI. And KSI put out a song on TikTok or something. I guess he writes songs, and it's getting absolutely dragged.
That's
on
how
TikTok.
I would describe you, as, by the way. I guess he writes songs.
It's literally so. I guess he writes songs. I guess he's a rapper. And to be honest, if we're gonna be honest here, I kind of like the song.
Oh yeah.
Have you never heard it?
No.
Maybe we should put it on. Should
Yeah,
we put
let's
this
throw it
on?
on.
Can we? We can't do that though, right?
Will it demon you?
Will it demonetize me? Will I?
Why don't you perform it for us instead?
Yeah, perform.
He goes, it's almost funnier if I perform it and then we watch it. But he's like, he goes, one of the big parts of it, he goes, from the ring to the stage to the pen to the king, that's my crown, that's my bling. You know, and
Is he
getting,
rapping?
it's like a rap song. And
Is it like country? That
it's not
sounded
country, no. See,
Okay,
this is
okay.
why we gotta watch it.
No,
I
I'm
can't
just-
put it on though, right? No, fuck my ass.
Well, we can just watch it and not use it. Will that be annoying?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Should I put it on the TV?
No, just watch it on your phone.
Oh, okay, because it's a whole thing if I put it on the TV.
Yeah, and we can't put it in anyways.
I know. Okay, so here I'll do it.
Did you see the video of him performing this live though on stage, and he's getting
gets
booed?
booed. People are throwing stuff at him. He's getting completely dragged
Who
for
is
this.
this guy? He's like a streamer?
He's
I
a
thought
streamer.
he had
Yeah.
stake in Prime.
Am
I wrong?
He has a.
That's the whole reason
he's
he brought
an
this up.
investor in Prime, and in the video, he has like a big Prime bottle that is getting laughed at. Like, but honestly, as far as bad songs go, like he's getting and he said this himself too. He's getting the Rebecca Black, It's Friday treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Or like the kangaroo breakdancer lady treatment?
The one that's like, this is hip hop dancing. Oh yeah, no, the Australian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude, unbelievable.
in a way, yes. So he is getting all of these horrible treatments, but I don't think it's a bad song that much. KSI new song. You know, I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's not. But I think you also need to know who this guy is. I think there's like, because I don't know who this is, and
I thought you do know who he is.
well now I know.
Got it.
But I never really knew who this guy was. He was a podcaster. He was a streamer. And I think I think that is taken into consideration with it because I think they're like, what is this fucking dork doing, writing a rap song and everything? But I kind of like it. It's like
How do you get Trippie
couple of million-
Red 50K probably? to do
yeah,
something?
more probably. I mean, this is like they put so much money into this. I could see myself writing this and enjoying it and being like, this is one of the best songs I've ever written.
Wait, and you didn't know about him even when he was boxing Logan Paul? Because that was like a
No.
huge thing.
I like this.
Me too. I like it. Although it is probably because of our age, I think, because I heard so I've been watching a lot of criticisms about it. And one of them is like that part where he goes, whoa, whoa, and they're like, the millennial whoa.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Thugger. It sounds like a Thugger song on like a Young Thug song from Beautiful Thugger Girls, where it's called Family Don't Matter. And it has like a
Okay.
it has like a similar melody. So like
I don't mind this. And at one point, I don't know if we got to the ring, to the pen, to the stage, to the king.
what are kids listening to? Are they listening to different things than us?
I couldn't even fucking tell you, to be honest. And I'm constantly battling with myself over being some like unk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, I felt who's Psy?
Right.
KSI,
Right.
Psy, Gangnam Style.
And I'm also like, I don't want to be like Randy Marsh pretending to like dog shit. But I'm
just to like be the guy who's up to date.
Yeah.
Because dude, you kind of look like a German guy who like never ages.
I do. Yeah, I have
know what I
like
mean? Who,
I
like-
look like a producer in Switzerland. Where
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
you haven't heard the new Trippy Red?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like no cynicism, like viewing everything objectively and like
Yeah.
aging gracefully with the trends.
But I'm like, I don't know what I genuinely also think that there's just a lot of bullshit out right now. You know, while I sit here with cameras facing me, trying the best, you know, trying my hardest. It's hard to be like I don't want to criticize anybody, but I also feel like there's so much, like it's so satirized, all of entertainment that not satirized, saturated that there's just no fucking way things could be good anymore. I mean, there's probably like 1% of everything is probably good. You know what I mean? Like I watched that Tyler, the Creator interview, and he was kind of talking about that, where he's like, he's like, it's so easy to make songs now because it's so easy to get the equipment and all this stuff. And people, like, he was like, these young kids, they just see like somebody making dog shit and they're like, oh, I can do that for some cash, whatever. So they're not like, there's no like real heart in it or anything like that. Not saying there's heart in whatever I'm doing. But
bro, you don't need to shit on yourself in the middle of that thought.
I can't, I have a thing. I can't criticize something without being like, but who am I?
Yeah, no,
you know
well,
what
dude,
I mean?
whatever. No, feel free to criticize everything. I'm about to show you this guy I found who I like, but like, it's all
that dude YG. Remember him? Have you seen him on TikTok?
no, like different from the rapper.
No, I think YJ.
That's what I said too.
It's
I was
YJ, by the way. It's YJ. He's like an autistic rapper that we talked about on here.
Is
And
he
how
awesome?
does the song go?
Go for it, man.
He goes,
I'm not doing that.
How does it go?
Sagalow sings the hits.
Sagalow sings autistic
I
rappers.
love it, bro.
What is it? Hold on, I'll find it on TikTok right now. Which, by the way, TikTok is not being very nice to me today.
Oh, TikTok is, dude. Okay, not to get too inside baseball. Feel free to cut this. I won't be offended.
We don't cut anything, unfortunately.
Good.
And also, I am trying to be more self-aware about talking about the comments because we did a whole fucking monologue where I was like, and one of the, because we'll do like monologues before the episodes, whatever. So we were talking about comments, and one of the comments on that episode was, "He's cracking."
Dude,
So,
fucking great.
but what were you gonna say?
I don't remember, but what I do
God,
remember.
I'm
Wait,
an
what
asshole.
were we talking about?
We're talking about
TikTok.
YJ.
YG.
When
No,
we were talking about
I was
comments.
going to show you a guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if this. I honestly, I think this is fire. I like it, not to like, but it's just like I don't know if this is the direction it's going in. Like I don't know about this guy with any context. I just know he has a million
love
followers.
this build up. This is so funny
Dude,
to me.
like, this is like
You
it's
go,
like
I honestly think it's fire. Yeah, this isn't bad. Are people shitting on it?
like the fucking unks are, dude. But it's
The
kind
unks sure are, yeah.
it's kind of hard, dude.
You have to kind of find like that balance of like, maybe I'm okay with being an unk, but I never want to be someone who's like an old guy being like, everything else is trash. You know,
Yeah,
I hit
yeah,
those
yeah,
guys up. I was like, I'd like to come on the show and freestyle on the radar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never emailed me back. But that's okay. Look, they're just another name on the list.
I would love
You
to
know
see
what I'm
you on
saying?
the radar.
I think it would be fucking awesome. But then all the comments would be like, what is this, dude? You know, and you go to, okay, we're going to talk about comments again.
Do
I
you
don't
get
care.
upset by the comments?
I go in and out. Now, the listeners and the viewers will say, he doesn't go in and out. He's thinking about it
He's
all
in.
the time. He's
He's
in.
in.
He's in. He's in. I'm chained to a radiator
He's
surrounded
in.
by comments. But I go in and out. I go in and out. There are times where I go, whatever, I don't care, you know, especially if something is doing well. Like if there's like a video doing well and it's getting,
Totally.
you're like, okay, well, I don't care about this.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
totally. I feel you on that.
But I think what happens sometimes is every once in a while I'll get depressed and then there'll be a tornado, like a storm of depressed, and then a bunch of, like, I'll put out a video and there will be a bunch of comments and then I got to answer all these comments. So I'll show you what I did yesterday before I was going to sleep when I should be having a family.
Whoa. Okay, there's a lot of thoughts there all at once. So, so what? Answering the comments, meaning
Yes.
like you're replying to negative ones, or is this a separate thought?
I reply to negative ones sometimes.
Saying
Like
what?
sometimes
Like-
I won't. Well, okay. So I put up that I have a joke that I just put up. It's not very good. It's the Beatles thing that they fucking viewers know, whatever. So I put that up on TikTok, and somebody, this was last night, again, while I should be starting a family, this guy goes, wait, hold on. Oh, now here's one. Someone goes, guess the funny part kicks in after the video ended. And then I went, it's actually right before all the laughs. It's like,
Dude.
but there is one where I'm like having a full on breakdown with this one guy.
It's one of those things where there truly is no way to win when you
Right.
reply. Because you either turn into the guy who's like, you say something clever and you're like, I showed him. Like,
Right.
oh, maybe you should go walk in traffic.
Right.
or you're like, thanks.
There, you should never reply, but I gotta tell you, I can't
Unless
fake.
it's good.
I can't fake that I don't have the time. You know what I mean? Because not replying is faking that you don't have the time. You go, I don't even see it. You know, it just doesn't look good. But like sometimes there was somebody who commented on a video of me and Tim Butterly talking about the Costco guys, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, couple of these guys can't even fit on a roller coaster ride, yet they're talking about Big Justice, who was a pro wrestler, whatever. I don't know what any of that shit means. So I said, I went to her profile and I was looking at some of her pictures. By the way, I just want to say this before
She
I
was
finish that
hot.
thought. She was hot. And there was a part of me that was like, you know, I found her mom. Like, I found what her mom looks
I will
like. And
fuck
everything.
your mom. dude.
I'll fuck your mom. No, but
I
I'm
will
also like, I
fuck your
just want to
mom.
be like, why don't you ask Marie how you feel? You know, I could get to that psycho level really quickly.
That's what people do to degenerate gamblers in sports, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, like if there was like, oh, you fucking threw the match, you piece of shit. Like in tennis, it happens all the time, and people say the most racist shit.
Really?
ever.
Well, that makes sense.
Bro, and a guy will have just lost in like a futures tournament in Tallahassee where he made $19, and someone will be in his DMs being like, "Fuck you, you fucking."
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, but sometimes like what people do is they'll screenshot it and send it to the people's family and be like, "Your husband's a degenerate gambler."
Yeah. Well, there's a part of me that wants to do that. So I found her mom and I wanted to DM her mom and go, you know, your daughter like is weird online, like is like insulting people online. Like I wanted to do that.
Do you know your
but
daughter's weird online?
But I didn't
funny,
do
dude.
that.
That's
I didn't
funny.
do that. But I did write. So all I said was, oh, you're just mad because our breasts are bigger than yours. So it's like, there's still like
She said that?
no, she
you
said
envisioned that.
she called us fat, and then I said
Is Tim Butterly fat?
no, but there was one of his so it was me, Tim, and his co-host, and his co-host is a little heavy.
Okay.
So they were like, whatever. So I just said, you're just upset that our breasts are bigger than yours, right? Like, whatever. And then she goes, there's always the same response by these people where they go, oh, that got you mad, didn't it? And
They're
you want to
so
go,
happy.
I know. And you want to go like, no, I guess it did in a way get me mad, but
Yeah,
I was
it did.
just trying to like slam dunk on you a little bit. But okay, this was me last night, right before I went to sleep. No wonder I didn't
Do you
get any
delete
fucking
bad
sleep
comments?
last night. No, I mean,
I'd rather have it
like,
populate.
I'd rather have it populate, but there are some where I'm like, that hurt my feelings. I never want to see that again. There's also a part of me that's like,
or if they tap into your tricks.
I kind of yes, if they tap into the tricks. I also like, I'll get rid of them in a way where I'm like, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? It was not the taps into the tricks, but I'll delete them if
they're hurtful.
Oh, there's a part of me that's like, I like the fact that you took time to write this, and I can easily just go beep, delete. And then it's like, you wasted your time. I wasted a millisecond of that time to just delete. But it did work. You did get me. So this one guy goes, don't laugh at your own jokes, right? So then I said, don't tell me what to do, Grandpa. And then he goes,
Jesus.
He goes, did you laugh at that one too? And I go, good one, Grandpa. And then he goes, but really, it's better if a comedian doesn't laugh. Give it a try and thank me later. And then I said, does Grandma know you're on the computer? And then he said, you should quit while you still think you're funny. You're fading fast. And I go, guess that makes two of us, old man. And then he wrote something.
How old is this guy?
Do you think you will even make it to my age? I would not take that bet. I don't know. I'm gonna write.
It's pretty good.
I can probably make it to 1,000.
Oh, this is ongoing. This is still. This is
right
fresh.
now.
He's like, sometimes I reply, cut to 12 full-length conversations in the comments.
And while doing it live, do you even think you'll make it to my age? I would not take that bet. I go, I can probably make it to 1,000 years old.
I do like the question of how old do you actually think he is, because it is important to this. Like if you really had to guess, or show him and make him guess.
Well, all I saw was his profile. You know. So yeah, we'll
right. But if he's like 45,
he could be even 45. I'm 33, and if somebody was doing this to me, I would get mad at it because I'd be like, "Fucking, I am getting old, I guess."
You feel that? Do you feel that way?
No, not really. I mean, a little bit. There's some things like when I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, things kind of fucking hurt. Okay, how old would you say this guy is? Should we send it to you to put you on the screen? And we'll take a poll. How old do you think this fucking dude is?
This guy is probably...
I would say 50s.
Yeah, I was going to say mid to late 50s.
I would say 50s. I'm going to take a screenshot and I'll send it to you.
He kind of looks like Steve Marshall, dude.
He does look like Steve Marshall, the criminal of comedy or whatever his thing was.
No,
he was a nice guy.
Don't ever behave.
You don't
this
behave.
This guy did not come here to behave.
So Steve Marshall was a comic who,
he's around, I think so.
He also killed. He did kill.
Yeah, he did good.
But he did have a catchphrase, which is, it is what it is.
It was also 15 years ago.
Right.
So
but I also think 15 years ago, well, more. I think he was a comic in like...
No, I know, but like when I first saw him, I mean.
Yeah.
So like I wonder, like, maybe if he's evolved past whatever.
I don't think so.
He pegged to him.
Maybe. I have no idea. He was always a nice guy.
Yeah, and he did well.
Yeah. He did do well. I just the catchphrase. I don't know. Should I have a catchphrase? You think? How about? Don't tell me what to do, Grandpa.
What about? There's some like through line here. That made you mad, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that one got you mad. And then she goes. By the way, she then goes, so that one made you mad. And then she goes, I don't know how you could speak with all those chins, but speak your truth, I guess. And then I was like, I was writing back, and this is when I stopped. I went, just have the one funny line and then whatever. But I was writing back, and I was like, how would having multiple chins stop me from speaking? Like, these people don't think. You know what I mean? And by the way, not for nothing, and this will be the last thing we say about this on this episode. By the way, not for nothing, if we were in real life, if we were having this, and if I was on stage and you were in the audience and we were having this back and forth, I would be destroying you. I would be like demolishing you in front of all these people. Because if she goes, oh, all those chins, and then I go, how does having chins stop someone from talking? You fucking idiot. And then everybody would go, Brandon. No, there's nothing worse than when you're getting heckled and somebody says something that's like beyond not making sense. And the whole crowd goes, whoa. And you go, you idiots.
Yeah.
Don't, that didn't make sense.
That wasn't
because
a good one.
you guys had that reaction,
right?
It makes me look like I'm losing.
In this world right now, they got points because there's no like judging service.
You're just because they put words together.
Dude, you carrying on about this with a year-round Christmas tree behind you is so fucking funny. You have no idea. You're like, I told you, old man. It's like ding, 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 ding.
We are in December. We are Christmas themed this month.
Oh, nice, cool.
So, do you have any Christmas stories?
Sorry,
look at this. We changed the subject.
Banky.
You got what? Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yeah,
you like it? It's your favorite holiday.
I like it a lot.
What's your favorite holiday? Rosh Hashanah?
I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think about that. I guess Christmas. I don't really.
You don't care.
What's yours? Do you have a favorite holiday? I like Christmas.
This is also coming out as of right now on the 1st of January, but we can move it. So this would have to be more of a New Year's focus.
No. What do you do for New Year's? So this is a New Year. I go, cling! I throw the fucking Christmas tree.
In theory,
what a shitty tree.
In theory, I fancy myself a guy who does something on New Year's.
Yeah.
But I don't actually, I couldn't tell you like what I've done on New Year's.
Really?
Like, I have no idea. But I like the idea of going on a trip, but typically it'll be like the most expensive time of the year. So so I always end up being like, oh, well, I'll just move it 2 days forward.
I just, now that I've like stopped the boozing, I don't really care about holidays like that.
How long have you not boozed for?
3 years with only a few relapses in between. And only one big real one. Like they say you relapse before you relapse, right? But there were a couple of times that I was like sitting there going like, I could feel it happening now, going like, you can do it, which I can. By the way, I can drink. I had no problem with it. Like,
so you ever have like one or two and like then been fine, and then like come back to sobriety?
But if I have one or two, then in a couple of weeks later, I'll have 3.
Yes.
And then a couple of weeks after that, I'll be fucking hammered. So that's what happened.
The 2 to 3 cutoff when it comes to like cocktail drinking. It's a really crucial sort of line in the sand.
Yeah.
Where when you cross it, there's sort of no turning back. Even if I only have 4.
Yeah.
The next day, that night, and the next like 3 or 4 days are completely different.
Yeah.
Than if I had just had 2.
Well, what's your drinking schedule like now?
I don't really have one. I don't not drink. I drink.
Yeah.
But I don't drink I don't drink that often. I would love to drink more.
Well, okay. So New Year's was last night.
Okay.
What'd you do? Imagine I go, what'd you do? You have to make something up. Are you going to drink for New Year's? You think you're going to get hammered for New Year's?
So maybe, but like, I'm trying my best to only get hammered on occasions.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty good at doing. But sometimes, dude, something's in the air and it's like, we're burning it down tonight. I'm going to sit on my couch till 5 a.m. watching music videos.
Yes. I love that that's what you do when you're fucking drunk. You just watch music videos.
I watch Spanish music videos till 5 o'clock in the morning.
That really is the only thing you can do, because I would get home drunk and I'd have like a fucking thing of Burger King and I would watch like episodes of my show that I'm watching.
Which
and then whatever it was at the time. And I would have to go back. Like the next day, I'd have to be like, I don't remember a fucking thing that happened in Daredevil.
Right.
Like I have no idea. So that is so funny. Music videos are perfect for that.
It's great. It's like you go in and out, whatever. But dude, like I would like to just be able to do things with intention a bit more instead of just doing them impulsively. So like if I want to eat some shitty thing or whatever, like it's nice to know that I can like control that to like an appropriate time.
Right.
And maybe this doesn't make sense, but it's like, then when the occasion actually comes up where I should be enjoying something, I feel like I can't because I've done it too much leading into it.
Yeah.
So then I try to restrict myself and it turns into this like battle of will that I've decided to put on myself
right,
for no reason.
Right.
You know
And
what I
then if
mean?
you fail it, you feel terrible.
You feel absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
It like completely takes the wind out of your sails, which is wrong. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
wonder if there's a way to like try to be momentum focused and like I said, do things with intention without like when it goes wrong, even
Right.
slightly, you just give up and you like fuck up. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to do that too, and I'm kind of in a good place with it, as well as like if I fuck up, it's fine. You know, I'm like trying to do that with cheeseburgers because I used to have cheeseburgers every day. Literally every night I'd be eating cheeseburgers
Really?
for like
Every
the past
single day?
couple of months. Yeah. And then I was like, let's get down to one burger a week. Right. And then yesterday I had a hard day. You know, yesterday I had a hard day. And I came home because I had 2 shows, bombed. I bombed so bad on that first one where the second one was like, I would have called that a bomb if it wasn't for the first one. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I was like, I had a hard night and and I'm depressed and people are being mean to me online. And I went, I'm going to get a burger and it's okay. Cause I've been going down from one burger a week. Right. So I had one on Sunday and I was like, okay, next Sunday I'll have a burger. And then comes Tuesday and I got to have one. But
So dude, this is the problem with, and sorry to interrupt you, but this is the problem with that kind of food where like, I'll have candy once a week. No, you won't. The second you have it, your brain will be fucking you to try to eat more.
yes.
So it's like when you can step all the way away from it, you then don't want it anymore.
right.
But it's hard to do.
Well, habits are pretty easy to create, but it's hard to get through that it's hard to get to that point where you're like, the habit is starting to work. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
like, I actually feel right now that I don't want a burger. I mean, call me later tonight, but right now I'm like, I really don't want a burger for another like week or so or whatever. So hopefully the habit fucking sticks. But you know what I was thinking of? When you get drunk, when you had your long hair, I bet you were like sexy drunk. You know what I mean? Like you know when you see like a celebrity and they have like their like hair is kind of greasy and whatever, and they're like and they look kind of good drunk.
I think I'm a pretty good drunk.
You think so?
So if I looked good sober, I probably looked good drunk. If I didn't, I probably didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wasn't
totally.
like
Oh yeah, I'm
no slurring, no sweating, no stumbling. I'm
I'm all of that.
but I'm blasted, which is
Yeah.
bad
Yeah,
because it's like, oh, I can fully function,
right.
but you can't function the next day.
My problem was I was fun. So I was like, I would stumble and stutter and blah, blah, blah. A lot of the times I'd be like chewing my own lip, like being like,
Does anyone have a
you know
burger?
what I mean? But I was fun. Like I never did anything. I mean, the one thing is my judgment is off. You know what I mean? So if I want a family, if I want to La Familia, I can't do it if I'm getting drunk because I'll fuck a prostitute or something, and you know I'll spend my kids' little league money on coke or whatever. Like I can't do it.
Like actually,
Probably, yeah.
like
you
these
know.
are you have a history of this? Kind
No,
of thing?
I've never gotten a prostitute or anything, and no, really. I mean, there was one
I'm
time
fucking
I
with you.
went to I went to go get a massage, and I wanted a massage.
they hit you with the point.
Well,
You want?
Did you do this?
You
You've
want
done this
massage here?
before?
No, but I've heard about this.
there's no point. There's just this is what it is. So you go into a massage place. I'll tell you the difference for the viewers who have never been in this situation before. If you go to a real massage place, it's kind of nice. You know, there's music playing, whatever. This place, the minute I walked in, it felt like somebody's apartment. There was pill bottles on the table, like in the waiting room. There's pill bottles, orange containers with pills, which only hit me recently that they're probably like Viagra's or something like that. Like I was almost like,
Interesting.
I was almost like,
Interesting.
whoa, this is weird. I mean, like,
Interesting.
what the fuck? I still think it's a massage place that I'm in. This was in Astoria, and I'm going, well, that's a little uncomfortable. I mean, they should probably clean that up before the customers come in.
Looks.
So then this is when, so I'm going, that's weird, but in my head, this isn't a fucking rub and tug place. Then the person who's going to rub me comes out, and she's wearing matching like snow leopard print of like this like satin, you know, like shirt with like shorts that go up to here.
Mhm.
Not hot, by the way. Not saying that wasn't hot. She was not hot. Which is sometimes happens. Sometimes they get hot girls. Like I know somebody who gets rub and tugs all the time, and he's like, I fall in love with them. They're so fucking hot. And I'm like, whoa. So I go to this place, and I go massage, and she goes, okay, yeah, come on. And I go into the fucking room. It's all good, okay? Anyway, I go into the room. I'm having a meltdown. I go into the room. And this was the big tell, okay? Besides all that stuff, I was aware that this might be a rub and tug place, but I was fully believing that I'm just gonna get a massage. She goes, okay, take off all your clothes. And I'm like, okay. And
fully naked.
She said get fully naked. So I'm wearing boxers. And she goes, take those off. And I'm like, the boxers? I'm like, usually when you get a massage, you're wearing your boxers at least.
Or they like cover you, like they never see your asshole. I'm
never naked for a real massage. You never get naked. Not like which by the way, let me give you a little backstory on Sagalow here. One of my fantasies is a massage with a rub and tug. Like, I love that. You know what I mean? Get a nice massage. Going to a place. Sometimes I'll watch the certain porns I watch are person gets massaged and then they get fucked.
So why don't you get them then?
Well, I'm seeing somebody now, so I can't, you know. But, so I'll tell you this. Story's not over here. Story is not over by a long shot. So I'm sitting there. I'm naked. She puts a little white towel on me. The towel is like, she definitely stole this from some fucking motel or some shit. Towels on me. I'm on my back. And she's rubbing my back. Like, she's giving me a massage.
Oh, so you're laying on your stomach.
I'm laying on my stomach. I have my little head in that little hole thing. And I want a massage, for Christ's sake. She's going like, she's giving me a massage, but it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a bad massage. And that, my friends, even with the naked I could have been like, oh, they do things real differently here. But the bad massage is what made me go, she's gonna try and jerk me off. Cut 2. Interior. 3
p.m.
I'm laying there, and you know, my buddy who goes to these things, I've asked him before, I go, how do you initiate that? You know, just in case little old me would like to try that, right? I go, how do you initiate it? And he goes, well, when you're laying there and they start kind of like rubbing your legs and shit, they get to a place where it's a little too personal, right? But they're not fully going for it. What you have to do is, have you ever done anything like this? Am I like get a massage or a rub and tug?
No.
Okay. So what you got to do, because I'd feel embarrassed if you were like, I got one before I came here. I'm always doing this. What you got to do is you got to lift your butt up a little bit, right?
So they can reach under.
Hilarious. And when you do that, if you kind of manipulate your, you know,
pelvic floor,
private parts, if you manipulate your pelvic, whatever, to do that, they will then ask. They will go, you want me to tell you? And then you go, oh yeah. Well, and then at the time, because I was dreading her asking me. Yeah, I was shy. This was like I was Breaking Bad here, you know, and I felt I was shy, and I was dreading the idea of her asking to jerk me off because she was not good looking at all. She wasn't terrible, but she was like an old Asian lady. Like it wasn't, you know, but as they are rubbing your legs and stuff, and then the idea of the bad starts kicking in, and that turns me on. So she goes, do you want? And I go, well, I guess. You know? So then she goes, okay, flip over. So I love that she drops the Asian accent at this point. She's like, do you want? And I go, yeah. She goes, all right, flip over.
Flip over, dude.
So then I'm laying on my back, and she just starts going at it. And within maybe 1 second, I just fucking exploded.
Yes.
And then she cleaned me up, and I felt horrible. immediately. I was just like, what are you doing? What are you, some sort of fucking degenerate? What are you doing? Even though it was awesome. And I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. So I clean up. I'm putting pants on. I'm like, God, what have you done? This is crazy. And then I'm in the lobby, and she goes, I go to pay her. Now, obviously, I know that this is going to be paid more. I go, well, how much was the massage? She goes, like 60. And I go, all right, so here's $100. And I do not think that was right by her. I think she was like, no, you need to give me 100 plus 60, like something. Because she was like, and like she like looked at it, she was like, and I'm like, all right, and I just fucking left.
Interesting. Yeah. I wonder. So,
and it was during the day.
What did your friend say as far as the tipping scale?
You're the first person I've ever told this to.
Oh yeah. Oh. Actually.
Yeah, kind of in a way. Yeah.
Yes,
no, I've definitely probably told some other people, but
I have
now
I
the
have a
world
welcoming
knows.
gaze. Tell me.
Yeah, fucking. So did that massage party.
Yeah,
They were really
apparently.
welcoming gays. Yeah. So I felt horrible. My friend was like, I actually didn't ask my buddy about this. I wasn't like, how much are you supposed to give them? But I got the vibe that she felt like I didn't give her enough.
Interesting.
And there's nothing worse than getting like your dick jerked off by some random old Asian,
And then they're mad at you.
and they're mad, and then I leave and the sun is like, like it was in the middle of the day. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what kind of person are you? You know what I mean? My poor mother.
Hopefully you don't feel bad about it anymore.
No,
Okay, good.
no, I guess I don't.
Because
No,
to
there's
me,
a-
it sounds pretty harmless. Whatever.
It's harmless. It's all harmless. I
don't.
don't think I did anything wrong.
No.
But part of me wants to do it again. But now I'm in a relationship, so I can't. But if she ever leaves me, the first place I'm going is one of those things, and I want to find a hot one.
Yeah, I wonder how one sifts through all that.
Well, I'll
'Cause
tell you
isn't it
what. You
mostly,
just
like foot
keep
rub
doing
places,
You know exactly. I mean, there's one around here,
and
you know exactly
what they are. They're
what
blacked
they are.
out curtains.
Blacked out curtains. Yeah. Blacked out curtains with the with like that stereotypical picture with like the half white, half Asian lady massaging a foot with like the bamboo
and it's
in the
like,
back.
It's been completely torched by the sun, but they haven't changed
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
it
time
looks like watercolors.
there was another time where I was seeing a girl and we were like, we woke up one day and we're like, you want to get a massage? Yeah, let's do like a couple-ease massage. We'll go in. And we're looking around, we're walking around. We walked to a bunch of those places. This was before I got that rub and tug after. Like this was years before that. And we knocked on one of those things. And again, another lady with like a cheetah print, satined thing with the fucking thing. She opens like this, and we're like, hey, are you doing massages? And she was like, no. And we're like, oh, that's one of the places. We're like, do you do couples massage? And she was just like, no. But how fucking hot would that be?
Like a group fucking. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be
You're not
into
into that, huh?
Or would you be?
What, like a three-way with another
I mean,
girl?
I guess actually, now that I think about it, like if it's you two getting a massage and there's somebody sort of like servicing both of you, it's like kind of sick.
That's kind of hot.
It's kinda
Yeah,
sick.
that is kind of hot. I would love to do that, but God, find me a girl that would be down for that. Imagine if I went to my current girlfriend and I was like, hey, do you want to get fucked by some old Asian lady?
Better than by some old Asian man. Less invasive.
No fucking way. I'd beat the shit out of him.
Fuck that guy.
Don't
Fuck
touch
that
my
guy,
girl.
dude.
Don't touch
Fuck that guy.
my sweet angel. But you've never done any. What's the most degenerative thing you had? And don't say anything we have to cut out.
Degenerate.
Don't say anything that you're going to text me in a day and be
man.
like, hey man, I actually didn't feel comfortable with you asking me that.
Hilarious. How often do you get those?
We got it.
It's not. I don't
once.
get them often.
We got it once. You get that too with your podcast?
Yeah, but a lot of the time I don't mind because it'll be like, hey, like, would you mind cutting this?
Right.
Sure, no
It's
problem.
also not like any like real comics. You know what I mean? Like some like real. I mean, maybe you're wrong, but I think maybe I'm wrong about that. But I think like real comics, the amount of like podcasting that we do, it's like
Oh, yeah.
it's all. I'm fucked already. You know what I mean?
Needle
So I
in a
might as
haystack.
well
Yeah,
try to be. It doesn't matter. At least stay consistent. Although there is I was watching we put out Ian's episode today. We're putting it out, and we were just joking around about some fucking shit. And I was like, this is bad. I was like, this looks bad, but I still didn't even cut out. We were talking about how these young starlings are young, but the entertainment business makes them dress all hot and stuff,
yeah.
and we as creeps have to be no, even though we kind of are feeling
yeah.
oh yeah,
That's bad.
yeah. And as much as we were joking around about that, and we weren't serious at all, I was watching it and I was like, goodbye.
I don't know. I'd have to think about the degenerate thing, but I did something that was fairly degenerate. Yeah, it's so degenerate-like that it's actually
I don't even want to
borders
know.
on brilliant.
I kind of don't even want to
No,
know.
this isn't that bad. This actually isn't bad at all. But
Okay.
yesterday, I watched Hereditary at 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's awful. That's worse than anything that I've ever done. Ew.
And so this is why it's not quite as bad. The guy I do my pod with texted me. He's like, dude, I think it would be hilarious to watch Hereditary at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Did you guys watch it on the show?
We laid on. No, we didn't. We should have.
Yeah.
That was
No.
that was a mistake. We should have live streamed it.
Oh my God. I won't go
Unk
near
behavior.
that movie.
It's scary.
It's scary?
But watching it at 9 o'clock in the morning, I mean, it's not as scary. But it
What,
was,
with the lights on and everything?
dude, we would occasionally look at each other and just start laughing because of how stupid it was.
Oh, you were watching it together?
Yeah, we laid on the couch
That's better
together.
too. That's better too. Did you have the lights off and everything?
Yeah, but there's good natural light in the apartment. It was
Yeah.
impossible to black it out. You know what I mean?
Great.
And last night, I actually wasn't even scared in my room, which I normally would be. Did you ever see Smile?
No, but I heard it's good.
Dude, I was full on scared during the day.
What?
from
Because
it.
people are smiling?
Bro, because at any moment I could look at her and she'd just be like. And
What's so
dude,
scary about
okay,
that?
so the opening scene really fucked me up.
What's the opening scene?
So there's this millennial Jewish girl in class who's the person who's affected by this.
Yeah.
And it just isn't the type of person you see being haunted often. They captured her really well.
I love that.
Okay, so
Was she wearing a fucking yarmulke or something?
No, but
She's like, oh God, it's so scary outside.
not like
this
that.
guy's smiling at me. I mean, what the hell?
That is funny too. I've never seen Orthodox or
Woody Allen.
Hasidic Jews be haunted either. But
No,
no,
these ghosts are so scary. I mean, Jesus.
but no, I mean a girl who comes from decent amount of money
Sure.
and is cute and doesn't have time to be haunted and is never haunted and you never see them be haunted. She doesn't give a fuck. She's like, okay, yeah, haunted.
This is
Okay.
such a funny description of what do they call them? The first girls? Don't they call that? The final girl. You know what I'm talking about?
No, what's that?
It's a name for the Nev Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sort of protagonist.
Exactly.
Hero.
Yeah.
So, dude, and then she's she's been afflicted with whatever then becomes the thing in
Right.
the movie, and she's freaking out. She's doing a great job as an actor, and then at some point she just freezes and does the smile, and it's so fucking scary.
Oh my God.
Now I watched it on a plane, which doesn't help. That sort of intensifies it.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say it doesn't help make it scary for me.
Yeah, no.
I'm on a plane,
So, but any emotion that I feel watching a movie on a plane, I feel it more when I'm watching it on a plane.
Now, why do you think that is?
Maybe because I'm more focused, because chances are the Wi-Fi isn't working,
Right.
or maybe something about the air. I have no idea. But this has been described as a phenomenon. I'm not making this up. This is a
Okay.
thing for others as well. But I was thinking to myself as I was watching it, it would be an unbelievably fucked up prank to buy every seat on the plane and plant people there and make somebody watch Smile, and then when they look up, everyone's like,
You kind of have to. Oh yeah. I mean, how would you make someone watch Smile? The
Yeah, that
flight
would be
attendant would be
difficult to
go. You should watch Smile. And then when everybody's going to when they come back from the bathroom, everyone's like,
there'd be no way to set it up. You're right.
Yeah, you can't
But it
set
would
it
be
up.
fucked up. But anyway, that movie scared the shit out of me.
I don't know about this phenomenon on planes because I do not get into. I don't even watch movies on planes anymore. Well, I mean,
You just reply to comments now.
Yeah, I'm like, I got all the time in the world.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
man.
I mean, the Wi-Fi is always so shit. I play my Steam Deck. I have a little fucking video game
Oh,
thing.
that's sick. Oh, that's
know?
sick. Wait,
Yeah.
where do you have that? Is it
It's
like
next to the
it's like a
PlayStation.
Switch?
It's like a Switch, but it's got better games, I guess. I
Like
don't know.
old shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Soder told me to get it, so I was like, "Oh,
Nice.
yes, Daddy." Yeah. So, but it is. But yeah. Plus, Delta doesn't have any good movies. Doesn't matter. Not the point. Not the point of the story. But I heard Smile 2 is really great too.
Really? Fuck, dude. I don't know if I'm ready.
It beat Terrifier in the box
Interesting.
office, which this is crazy because Terrifier 3 was a movie that was made with $3 million. Guess how much it made in its first 11 days? How much it made?
50 million?
Well, you went over.
Oh, sorry. I have no idea.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, you did go over.
Isn't that the worst?
It's the worst. I do not want to do this anymore.
How much?
It made $43 million
So basically 50
in the
million.
first 11 days.
It's amazing.
Isn't that crazy? That's a scary movie.
Is it?
I heard.
It appears as a movie that's kind of campy,
Mhm.
where like the people watching it are like, "Oh my god, when the Terrifier rode the camel, that was sick." You know what I mean? But it's
the Terrifier.
You know, like-
when the Terrifier rode that camel.
that was
holy
fucking.
shit.
I couldn't believe they did that.
I think it really because it's very gory and it really like fucks with your shit. Like the opening scene in the Terrifier 3 is he's dressed as Santa and then he goes into the room. A room of a kid, like a little kid is in the room, and you don't see it, but you hear it, which is kind of fucked up too. Where he just has an axe and he's just killing this kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I still don't want to say I did Doug Loves Movies last weekend, and there was a whole Halloween theme, I guess. And he goes, what was a horror movie that you just watched that's really scary that you would recommend? And I went, well, I've never seen these, but the Terrifiers I would recommend. And Doug got like mad at me. He was
like,
like,
"What the
you're
fuck?
supposed to see it.
Get
You
your
were supposed
fucking
to-
head out of your ass. Stop
Yeah.
playing Steam and watch a fucking movie for my podcast, you asshole.
Yeah, no, he was like, he got upset. And then I went, you know what? This is scarier than that now. You being upset with me.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I always like scary movies are scary, and I get the point and how they're able to do it and execute it, and like it sticks with you. And sometimes I'm scared. I'm
Yeah.
like living my life scared.
Yeah.
This is something stupid. But like, there's obviously much scarier shit. Like,
Right.
and as I actually start to get a little bit older, I think that once I have kids, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue to watch horror movies.
Right,
'Cause
right.
it's gonna like hit too close to home.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with horror movies is like, I don't know, it's gonna sound fucking campy to say, but or chuggy as the kids call it.
Chuggy.
This is gonna sound chuggy to say, but my empathy is like, I have too much empathy to watch horror movies. I'm like, I feel every fucking.
I know, dude.
I feel everything. I feel like the way the person's acting, I would be acting that exact way.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
yeah.
oh my god, what they're going through.
And you're hoping that it's going to be okay, and then you're like, dude, I know it's not going to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's either going to be horrible or like that last person is going to kind
He's
of
going to like
survive or
limp away
whatever. Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, alone. All their
Alone.
friends are going to be dead.
Alone, yes.
Yeah. Is there a movie that like a horror movie that to this day you're like, that fucked me up. I cannot watch. I can't watch it anymore.
Smile, bro. Actually, there's a couple things. I'm not like, and to be honest, I've watched a lot of horror movies, including the ones that are kind of considered to be the scariest. For
Right.
whatever reason, Smile fucked me up. Like, there's so much haunting in Smile that like happens in the middle of the fucking day.
I gotta watch this movie.
Dude, it's scary as fuck. Okay, so horror movies that really stood out to me for whatever reason. The Strangers is super brutal and scary.
Oh, where they like come into their home and stuff. There's a whole genre of movies of people breaking into your home.
So that one, dude, it's just like Terrifier isn't as scary to me because it's like stupid. You know what I mean?
right. Because it's like a clown
It's this
being
big
like,
stupid idiot. Like I'm not that scared of that.
all right. Well, let's watch it.
yeah,
Let's see
we'll
how
see.
scared. Let's see how unscared you'll be.
Dude, so anyway, the stuff that just feels a little more rooted in reality scares me more, and especially
Me too.
the best way to capture a scary experience is to also just soak it in tragedy. Like you have to feel bad for the characters' personal lives.
Oh yeah.
And then when shit, so this is why to me, The Haunting of Hill House is like a
That's a
masterpiece.
great. I love that show.
Masterpiece. And
Haunting a Hill
dude,
House is great.
the first 4 episodes is like all character development. It's kind of slow.
Yeah.
But then once all the shit starts to happen, you're just like so invested in the people's lives.
Also, I
It's
love
brutal.
that you can see all like the ghosts and stuff, and you go like, "Oh, there's a ghost. There's a
Right,
ghost." Like
right.
they put ghosts in the background so that you
Totally.
could be like, "There's like 2 ghosts in every episode," so you have to be like, "Oh, did you see that?" You have to go back.
I watched it a couple times through and like picked up new shit every time.
Do you like
one of those.
not Black Mass? What was that? What was that other one that they made?
So they made another Haunting in Hill House. Then they made Fall of the House of Usher.
The Fall of the House
I
Usher,
watched
and
all
then
of
there's
those.
another one
The
where
one with the vampires on the island.
yeah,
I haven't watched it.
that one's pretty good too.
Yeah, they're all good. So I've watched a little bit of that. But Haunting in Hill House to me is still the best. But I haven't.
I don't
finished
get
the
scared
last
at
one.
television shows, especially on Netflix. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't get scared at like after 20 minutes. I hear boom boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fine.
I really don't get scared. But I'll tell you what. I watched a movie in high school called The Poughkeepsie Tapes, and this movie fucked me up for so long. Still fucks me up. It's
Found
fake.
footage?
It's a mockumentary.
Was it a mockumentary?
It's
Like
mockumentary found footage.
Yeah.
Of they found a serial killer and they arrested the serial killer or whatever, and then they found a bunch of tapes and they watched all the tapes and they show you his progression of like he like killed a little girl and then he killed this and then he kidnapped some girl and like put her and she got Stockholm syndrome because he kept her in a coffin under his bed but it's all fucking like this. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, this feels fucking real. If you told me it was real, I would believe it was real. So that fucked me up.
Blair Witch Project scared me. I'll tell you one that really stands out. I was like on this streak of watching this like list of the most disturbing documentaries of all time.
Yeah.
And I got through quite a few of them, like including there's this like 60 Minutes episode. Like they include shit like this on this list where like they interview Dahmer in prison
Whoa.
and it's like super gnarly. And he ends up
Yeah.
getting like murdered in prison like 2 months after the interview.
Yeah. Whoa.
I haven't
He
seen
gets
that
beat
show
with a
yet.
pipe.
Dude, Jesus. But anyway, I made it to this documentary called There's Something Wrong with Aunt Diane.
Have
you seen this?
Oh, Nicole's seen it.
Yeah. This woman was driving the wrong way on the highway with 4 little kids in her car going 120 miles an hour in like Paramus or like Nyack or something, like on that little
Jesus.
road. Head-on collision, killed the people in the car, killed everybody in the car except like one of her kids lived or something. And no one can figure out why she did it.
This is a real thing.
Yes. No one can. And like the whole documentary, you're just watching her family like try to come to terms with it. They don't understand. She was just so normal. Like she had tooth pain and they're like, does someone do that because of tooth pain? Or maybe she was drinking and we didn't know. There's all this stuff. And
Maybe it was the tooth pain.
And dude, I
getting
tapped
into
out.
her fucking brain.
Tapped out after that.
Wow.
I stopped watching it. I stopped the list.
Dude, yeah, because that's soaked in empathy. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, that could happen. That's a real story.
Dude.
That's crazy, dude.
And dude, yeah.
It was also so she is Aunt Diane, so all the kids in the car are her like brother or someone's
like
kids.
nieces
They're not her
and
kids. She
nephews.
was driving them home from like a family trip, and the kids called the parents in the car, and they're like,
Aunt
"She's
Diane's
being
driving
weird."
crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa, and they play the tape or something? Or, well, I guess they
I
didn't
can't
record
remember
the
if they did, but they
conversation.
talked about it, and then, like you were saying,
I would fucking grab that wheel. I would go, Diane,
Dude, they were like
they're
4,
children.
3 and 4-year-olds,
no
bro.
excuse. No, that's crazy. That's fucking nuts.
And
Yeah,
they
dude.
found like this bottle of vodka or something in the car, and they were like, maybe they had footage of her like going into a gas station trying to get like, you know, something for this tooth pain that she had been talking about, or maybe she had been like drinking to
Vodka's
help
good
it.
for that, actually.
But it was like, as far as the family still claims today, they were like, she didn't drink like that, she didn't smoke. Like they're very
Jeez
adamant about
Louise.
defending her that wouldn't happen, but they just can't. There's no like there are lots of theories, but they just can't prove what happened because
Oh my
no one
God.
survived.
Dude, brutal.
Merry Christmas, you
So yeah,
guys.
eventually it's like, okay, like there's 2 different lives I can live. There's a life where I just focus on all this
Yeah.
tragedy, or I can just not.
Well, I'll tell you what, going back to TikTok, I've made the mistake of like liking a bunch of police, you know, getting like arresting people kind of thing.
Aren't
Like
likes
when
hidden
people
now?
deserve it and stuff, huh?
Aren't likes hidden now though?
Well, it learns what you like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So now it's sending me a bunch of
Got it.
videos of like cops. And some videos I like when it's like a shoplifter and the cops fucking get them and they're like, fuck you. And then you're like, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. But now I'm like, I was just like watching a video, and this cop is in front of this guy's house, and this old man has like his door open, and the cop's going, your dog's getting out. Hey man, you close the door because your dog's gonna get out. Dog runs out, starts chasing the cop. The cop is immediately like pop, 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 and just you hear wee, wee. And I was like, oh god. I'm like on the subway going to a spot, and I'm like,
that doesn't upset me. Why, like, dude, if you're gonna attack me, I have to kill you. You know what I mean?
that,
Like,
I understand. You got
I
to
get
kill
that
the
the dog
dog.
doesn't know any better, but like,
But when you don't, like, I'm just going to my essentially, I'm going to work, and then I just witness a dog getting shot to
Yeah,
death,
yeah.
and then I have to be like, so, dating is so weird, you guys. I have to like just brush that off.
Yeah, no, totally.
Anyway,
There's a lot of like people being shot in my algorithm too, like on Twitter, like an altercation and then the person gets shot.
Yeah.
Seeing a person get shot for real is wild. Like I realized that like up until now, like I hadn't really seen anyone get shot. Why would I? Why would I have seen someone be shot for real?
I've never seen anybody get shot.
Dude, there's tons of like surveillance footage and like it's like they'll shoot the person. It's just like crazy to see them like
because
like,
they don't
really
die like how they do in the
it's not as
movies.
smooth.
It's not like The Departed where it's like and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
lands. It's like they're like and then they land like that, and you're like, oh god.
And someone in the comments always knows what happened.
Yes, of course. They go, he's
This guy-
fine. He's fine. And you go, how? How do you know?
Miraculously, he survived with only.
Well, the comments are really, I hate to bring it back to this, but they really are making me like, I've never been someone that hates people or society or whatever like that. I've always kind of tried to be like someone who's like, well, I know a bunch of good people and it's all whatever. But now I'm like, everyone sucks. I fucking hate, like, the comments make me think they're not real people, but I was talking about this with somebody and they're like, oh, they're real. It's bad out there. It's bad out there. Because I was like,
Those are diminishing thoughts. You're like, they can't be real if they're commenting on my stuff.
If they're being mean to me, it must be bots. They can't possibly see this Beatles joke and be like, bad. But I was thinking, like, I was like, oh, maybe they're fake bots to like because like maybe these Instagram and algorithm whatever they create robots to comment shitty things on your stuff, so you whatever. But I guess they are really real people. But like, not even my videos. I give a shit, but that's not even what I'm talking about. So you'll watch a video of somebody
He's
who
having a meltdown.
gets shot. He's cracking.
He's cracking.
Someone will like have a video of like, whatever. I talked about this on one of the episodes, but Gen Z's or TikTok right now is really into like defending the Menendez brothers because they were abused. And if someone's like, well, abused or not, it's not right to kill somebody. They'll go like, what the fuck? All the comments are like, L take, shit like that. And you go, is this how people really feel? Like there's a bunch of people that feel this way. It's really depressing,
Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you, but we all have our thing.
Well,
dude.
we all
For
have
me,
our
it's people
things.
smiling creepily.
Well, hopefully we get a bunch of good comments on this episode. Is there anything you'd like to promote?
Well, dude, all right. First of all, how are we not going to talk about New Year's resolutions?
Yes.
Do you have one?
Yes. Well, since it is January, I should have thought of it already.
Dude,
I don't know.
have to.
I never do that. No, give me yours. Give me yours.
I don't know. So
I'll tell you what. I never do a New Year's resolution because that's just another thing that if you don't do it, you'll feel terrible about yourself.
right, but so okay. What about this? What if you can, attempt to incorporate principles as your New Year's resolution, as opposed to like
Sure.
having to
that.
have a concrete action plan? So, for example, what about this? This is what I was thinking. Like, I want to get more satisfaction out of my output as opposed to this idea that I have about how it should be received, how many people should receive it. And
I like that.
if something doesn't do as well as something else, it's a failure. Or like, or if someone doesn't book me as much, I must have done something. Like, I know all that's wrong,
Yeah.
but like, it's hard to live it. And I've been trying to live it. And when I'm able to, I feel I'm much happier. So.
I love that. Maybe I'll do that. I like that. I like, maybe I'll lose 100 pounds by February.
Are you trying to lose 100 pounds? That would be
I
too
would
much.
love to. No, I would like to I don't know. I'd like to get down to maybe like 190. Would that be too much? What are you?
How much do you weigh?
500,000.
Okay, sorry. I'm probably 210.
I'm two. What am I? I'm probably two. For years I would be steadily like around 230, 250, right? Which is like crazy. I'd be like going up, going down, blah blah blah. But I never got past 259. You know, if I got to like 257, I was like, this is too much because it's all fat. So I'm like, this is too much. Go down. Then I've just stopped caring, I guess, and I'm like, fuck it, I can't keep losing weight. But this is controlling my life.
You lost a bunch of weight at one point, right?
I lost a bunch of weight at one point.
What was the lowest you ever got down to?
I got down to 230. I got down to 230, maybe a little
You
like
wear it
227.
well, dude.
Thanks.
You don't
yeah.
like you don't. I don't think of you as like an overweight
This shirt's
guy.
a very fat shirt. Like
It
every
doesn't
time I
look-
see
it
it,
doesn't
I'm
look
like,
fat to
I
me.
look fat in
The
this
camera
shirt.
doesn't help us.
The camera doesn't help, and especially this. So I'm probably about 260 something now because I stopped looking and stuff. So I would like to get down to like 230 would be great. Not hard to lose 30 pounds. Not that hard. I mean,
It's pretty hard, bro. But and I don't know, bro. Is it not? No, you can do it, but like
not for a guy.
okay, but dude, by saying that it's easy, you then will make yourself feel worse when
Right.
it takes a long time.
You're right. It's
not
very
easy.
hard.
It's hard.
not easy.
It's so hard.
I need discipline.
The hardest thing.
And I need to just like stop eating late at night really is like kind of the thing. But I love it. But
Yeah.
I love and y'all ain't gotta like it because the hood gonna love it.
Do you smoke weed?
Of course.
Yeah.
I love it.
Are you like? Do you smoke so much that you like don't get the munchies anymore?
I get the munchies like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Especially, I know I should probably cut out smoking that much weed. I might get to a point where, and I was doing this a couple weeks ago, and I loved it. Where I was just smoking at night, like a little glass of wine. You know what I mean? Go throughout my entire day, whatever, and then just go on a little blunt walk and whatever, and then like enjoy a movie and then go to sleep. And I was doing that for a couple of weeks, and it felt good. But then the days started getting harder and harder where I was like, I need to smoke. I'm like feeling agitated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is probably bad.
Well, I mean, it's part of like kicking a bad habit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Well-
onward and upward. You know, we're gonna get it done, and if we don't, we should try our best to not hate ourselves.
Yeah. And Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys.
Watch a scary movie on New Year's.
Watch a scary movie.
You got anything to plug? You want to plug anything?
Yeah. I got some dates coming up. By the time this is out, I think I'll have some. So you can go to notjulio.com, check out where I'm going to be. Also, check out my YouTube channel. I think youtube.com/notjulio will get you there. I make a bunch of cool travel videos and shit. It's some
dude. Yeah, we didn't
lesser
even talk
explored
about
places.
I bet you talk about that all the time on podcasts where you're like, you go to like Iraq and shit.
Yeah, the videos are cool. Yeah. So whatever. I like talking about whatever. So it doesn't-
We'll have to have you back.
Yeah. But yeah, not Julio on Instagram, not and Twitter, not Julio G, Snapchat, and TikTok.
Great. TikTok. Hey. And make sure you're in the comments.
Get in there.
Thanks. Bye.
The rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed. Now here's my dumb voice, so recognizable, ski master, unreliable. Diary of a guy who's higher than a freaking diving board. I'm tired, call me biting you as line, cause you align with your wardrobe. Give that back, you ain't that guy, bro. Kaleidoscope stripping, goddamn, I'm tripping. Sipping shroom tea, looking at a blank television. Got a girl here gripping, thinking we'll do some business, but that's the last thing that I want. Seriously. Big dog, I'm on shirts now. Still scared that my house is gonna burn down. I'm a rare card, an old Charizard. Getting BJ's on a bench of a promenade. Don't know what to do, I got a lot of problems. Lot of emotional truths, I menage them. I'm getting robbed every time I get a coffee. Cause $6 is just too much.
Keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. But all you do is wrong.
Dream TNT, me and Galene and the four Beatles. Kidnapping whores illegally, pumping them full with needles. Eating Chinese till Steven asks us to order a pizza. Walk to run to get it, I can't do either. It's Sagdaddy the pod, don't think twice, just bob your head, dealing your chicken with no rice. It's Sagdaddy the pod, and on God I won't stop unless I wanna, that's kinda the deal, huh? It's Sagdaddy the pod, no need to deviate. Your ears are not the only holes that I'm about to penetrate. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so thanks for tuning in. Truman Show flow, if I don't see you, you can suck my dick.